Welcome to a fascinating exploration into Hadith. Before we begin, it's important to clarify that this video isn't about establishing our stance on Hadith, but rather to delve into the validity of an argument often used to defend it. Today, we're going to dive deep into an intriguing argument put forth by proponents of Hadith. This argument posits that every single utterance of the Prophet is revelation. They cite verses 3 and 4 of Surah Najm, which state, "Nor does he speak out of his desire." This is nothing but a revelation that is conveyed to him as evidence supporting their viewpoint. However, this argument raises a multitude of questions. The initial question that arises is whether the Prophet's utterances in his private life are also deemed as revelations. What about his private conversations with his wives? Should we categorize all of these instances as divine revelations? Some argue that even in the Prophet's private life, if he made a mistake, Allah corrected it, so they claim that whatever came from his mouth is revelation. Have you ever heard of the concept of same-side goal? Are they serious? Let's consider the implications of this viewpoint. For the sake of argument, let's assume that whatever was not corrected is considered revelation. Then what about the instances that were corrected? Are we to believe that a revelation is sent, then Allah changes his mind and sends a new revelation to correct the previous one? In some instances, Allah warned the Prophet about mistakes. This line of thinking suggests that Allah sends a revelation, changes his mind, and then warns himself about the mistake. The absurdity of this argument is quite evident. Anyone with common sense would understand that not everything the Prophet uttered is revelation. At least the where Prophet was corrected. Let's consider another perspective. An average person speaks thousands of words per day. Over his 23 years of prophethood, the Prophet would have spoken a staggering number of words. Are all these words spoken by the Prophet preserved? How many authentic hadiths do we have? Keep in mind that there are only 100 to just over 300 mass-transmitted or mutawatir hadiths. Number depends on the stringency of the criteria. This means only a fraction of the Prophet's words are recorded. If not fully recorded, it implies that revelation is not entirely preserved. This problem is compounded if we believe in abrogation. Without full preservation, how can we confidently claim that we haven't lost any abrogative revelation? Let's reflect on the Hadith in Sahih Muslim Book 43, Hadith 184, 185 and 186, as well as Sunan Ibn Majah 2471. In summary, when the Prophet observed people engaging in artificial pollination of date palm trees, and he said, "I do not find it to be of any use." So people abandoned this practice, resulting in a decrease in fruit yield. Then the Prophet said, "Do not go after my personal opinion. But when I say to you anything on behalf of Allah, then do accept it." This clearly implies that he uttered words other than revelation. Interestingly, revelation was corrected or abrogated after the harvest. Isn't it amazing? As we wrap up, let's recall the history of the Battle of Badr. A companion inquired whether the initial camping place was decided through revelation. When the Prophet indicated it wasn't, the location was changed. So let's continue this exploration, this journey of understanding. Let's question, reflect, and learn. Because at the end of the day, the quest for knowledge is a journey that never ends. If we read Surah Najm verses 3 and 4 with the textual context, without any preconceived notions, we will realize that it implies none other than the Quran. Don't hesitate to like, subscribe and share. Until next time, peace and blessings be upon you.